Semifinals day one. We're coming at you with Rockport versus Battlecast here in just a minute. Both teams are in lobby, probably doing the last of their preparations here. Today with me, I've got good old Maniac Bane and D8J. Smacking his lips over in the corner there. You making enough noise there, D8J? Sounds like you're doing a lot.
Just having fun as usual. You know, my normal say highs.
Right.
Oh, the stream. How's your stream not on yet?
It is on.
Not on Twitch.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Where is it?
Where's what?
Did I unfollow it on accident? I might have.
You want to follow the stream?
I didn't. Weird. Twitch actually does say it's off for me.
Well,
even though like it's clearly on right now, like it's like right here.
yeah. No, we're on. I don't know what you're smoking. We
No,
are
it's
on. Hey, look at that. DHA Senpai, thanks for the follow.
Hey, no matter what you're smoking, dude. Gotta
I
pass.
mean, it was already following, but like I don't know why it's not showing up in my streams.
I don't
Whatever
know.
you're smoking, pass it. Share it. Sharon's Karen.
Let's see, I need that. That's what I need. Pop out chat.
You need a lot.
Yep.
I need to play ranked every single day for the rest until the season ends, just to try to get to gold.
See, I get to stop playing ranked because I hit diamond yesterday, so I'm done.
Well, I want to find a duo partner because there's no way I'm going to be able to trust randoms at this stage.
That's why you have to look at their account and see how they've been playing.
How's that going to help when I'm in lobby already? If I dodge, I lose promo.
Well, I mean, if you're playing solo, then it's just kind of then it's by yourself anyway.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I'm an ADC. I'm playing ADC now. It's just like, why do I have to have a Leona who never goes in, and a person who doesn't even know how to play E?
I find it pretty impossible to not know how to play E.
I thought that too until I met that person.
You run at people and right click, and then occasionally press Q. Maybe R.
No, what they did was they lost an early lead, and then what they did was they decided to keep trying to get a kill on the Fed enemy Lee.
Oh, I think we should be getting in here pretty soon. Should be. Just waiting for Rockport to get into their team chat.
Look at Heat Viper making full usage of the rules now that he can climb out of gold.
Woohoo! Yep, hit platinum and flex.
See what they said. Advanced Singed.
Yep, gonna ban the Singed away from Nayung. That is his most played champion. And we've got the Malzahar band, trying to whittle away at Heat Viper's, what's the word? Neutralizing picks, which is something he's very good at doing.
Yeah, just playing the slow game in general. That's generally what Rockport does.
Thank God we don't see Garen today.
Yeah, to be honest though, I think that at least the last couple games they haven't really picked it. I don't think, at least not that I remember.
I mean, they still do it every now and then, but ever since they started putting 100T up there, they haven't having in place stuff like the Urgot, and the Garen, really both of those. So either way, I do expect to see an Urgot first pick here from Rockport. I think that's probably the best option for them, but they may try to grab something else for themselves. We'll see, though.
Yeah, especially with the meta seeming like for some reason it's only Aatrox or Urgot. I'm not sure how that happened, but somehow that happened. In the top lane, back in the glory days when it was only Cho'Gath or Maokai, we've now resorted to Aatrox or Urgot.
What about was Gnar like ever like super high in the meta?
Gnar kind of was at one point, but he was more of like if everything got banned type of thing, which for a while top lane did see a lot of bans, since that seems to be the lane that's getting most of the bans, at least recently. Because apparently nobody likes top lane champions. Feels bad.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Yep, with the Lucian Braum gonna be coming through for that powerhouse bot lane. Very good at winning the lane, getting advantages down there. Should help them out quite a bit. Problem is, in the mid to late game, they have a little bit of a rough time breaking through these tanks, probably. So.
The Ornn. Nice to see somebody else knows that matchup. Don't really see too many Ornns picked into the Urgot.
It's a very bad matchup for Orange, so that's probably why. Urgot shreds through Ornn very easily.
Maybe it's just all the Urgots that I've played against are just bad.
I mean, most silver to gold Urgots are not good.
Yeah, because I always pick Ornn into Urgot and I just always smash him. So, like, I've yet to have like maybe if he gets like fed, then he'll kill me. But otherwise, like if I like just go even, I normally win.
Yeah.
That's me though.
I mean, any silver is bad.
Say what?
Don't you mean like anyone in this elo is bad?
Well, no. I mean,
Except on
there's people that are good at their characters, but to play Urgot correctly in lane, you typically have to know how to zone people off a farm and take advantage of them trying to catch them. And that's not something that a lot of silvers and golds are especially good at. So you can have a ballsy Ornn, right? And he's not going to get punished.
Or if he does, they walk too far up and let you get the brittle passive off and not trade them anyway.
Right.
'Cause that's probably the biggest thing is like most Urgots, like when they try to trade with Ornn, like they don't know how to abuse his range properly.
Right. You have to be able to abuse his range. You have to be able to abuse his shield, right? Like his W is such an overloaded ability. It's his anti-crowd control ability, it's his damage, and it's his defense. So you have to play around his W really well, and just not try and all in him while it's up and take the full brunt of it, because otherwise you're going to lose every single trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lissandra's open here if business wants to grab that.
Yeah, he definitely can go for it, and it is a pretty decent pick against an Urgot type, but I think it's wise for them to try and save it. maybe see if there's a better option or not. But he'll probably end up defaulting to that. He struggled on it a little bit last week, though, so we might see him default to something else.
Lux, please no. Please don't play this E-Viper. Please don't. E-Viper, don't go to the dark side. Come on. Please. No.
I mean, that's
He
a
is-
fine
Nope.
pick.
Yeah, and he has played it in the past. It's not one that he generally goes to all the time, but he does play it occasionally.
Yeah. It's a pretty good pick because it's got good wave clear. It's got okay lane control. Can really do a lot in fights. I think we saw them last week on it, and he just had a lot of pop-off moments with it. So I think it's definitely a fine pick. And with the engage potential from a Zach and a Braum, it's going to do pretty well. But here is that Lissandra you were talking about.
Yeah, the only problem with this team comp is there really is not going to be anybody that is going to be able to burst down unless he gets a lead on Lissandra, or should he happen to pick off the Zaya. But then again, if he does pick off the Zaya, Zaya's always going to have her ultimate to really dodge out any of the ultimate damage that comes through if he ults too early without Zaya using her ult. So
Yeah.
it's going to be really hard for him to really kill anybody on the side of Battlecast, just because like most of them do get fairly tankies and doesn't start out tanky, but he eventually he'll go for like the Triforce and then the Sterex and then like full not like full tank, but some generally will go full tank.
Well, and not to mention with his ult as well, like a max range binding onto Xerath, or not Xerath, Xin Zhao, really ain't going to do a whole lot because he's just going to ult and literally negate all of that damage. So yeah, there is very few people that Lux can actually pick off here, especially if she doesn't get really far ahead. And that means... go ahead.
Does it negate Lux ult though?
Yes,
His ult?
and if
Oh,
the
it does.
champion is outside of that circle, they do no damage to you.
Turret.
I wasn't sure if it was like abilities like what was that Yasuo's one wall type thing.
No, anytime the champion that is doing the damage to you is outside of that circle, they do no damage. Right?
Okay.
So Alawi tentacles, Alawi's not in that circle, right? So like she can't get there's a lot of things it negates like that. So it's a very, very powerful spell. It's probably the only reason he's viable.
Seems to be why a lot of people are picking him, because they definitely use it for that anyway.
Yeah. And he's got good gank potential, good dueling potential, and then come those fights, he can actually survive now, whereas old Xin Zhao really couldn't. And it's all thanks to that damage blocking from his ult.
I miss old Zin.
Why? This new one is literally old Xin, but good.
Don't forget, like I was just saying, they don't like Zen is the only one who can survive it. They you said, they have tanks and they have a Tom Kench
And a Zaya. Zaya can ult out. Tom Kench can eat anybody that gets bound that doesn't have a way out, right? Like, there's a lot of options here for Battlecast to get out. It requires good play, but there's still really good options here. And so it's really going to be on Rockport to find good picks and really combo their CC properly.
Yeah, because most of their damage is going to be coming from Urgot and Lucian for the most part. I don't think really most of it will really be coming from Heat Viper at all, if any. His job will mostly be either sieging with them or poking them out if it does come to that.
All right. What do you guys want to do for over-under? I'm thinking game time, but what game time do you think we should do?
I'm thinking 32.5.
I'll stick by. I'll agree with DAG there. I mean, both teams have pretty good mid game.
I was going to say 35, so we'll settle for 33.
Okay. Yeah, they both have good mid game, but then they also both somewhat scale too. So
Yeah.
whereas I think Battlecast has the better late game, if it does go late.
Yeah, they have Zen and Zaya.
But Rockport does have potential to fall off.
Speaking of old Zinzao, remember when old Zinzao could just hyper carry a game?
I miss his old W. That's what I miss about him.
What was his old W again?
That was his healing, whereas every third hit you gain bonus healing, and it scaled off AP, so you could go like APs in and just like never die.
I mean, you
It-
probably
it
didn't
was-
do damage, did you?
No, he still did some damage because actually both. I think it was his E and his W, or no, his W and his Q, both did magic damage, along with AD. So it like kind of worked, but not really. It was more of a meme build.
Oh, so like AP Blitzcrank.
I don't think the stream chat's working for me.
What I mean.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I saw your message go through.
Yeah,
That's
I
what you-
didn't see it though. Nothing's popping
Oh.
up into the feed for me.
You might have to refresh it.
I did. Let's see. Test. No,
Does
I.
this work?
No,
Is
I'm
this
not.
working?
I'm not seeing anything. What if I just go to the actual channel page?
Good try that.
Hey, there
Did
we
you
go.
bet-
Yeah, it's on the dashboard. The dashboard just isn't working right now.
I was gonna say too, like sometimes if you like open up Twitch when you have the pop-out chat open, it'll like bug out, and you have to like reopen pop-out chat. So that could be what happened too.
Yeah, I think it's because I closed the chat on the main thing, so it was considering it closed in the dashboard. So I just went and reopened it.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
It is. It's very dumb.
Just like yesterday, I found out that apparently Twitch Prime no longer blocks ads.
Jesus.
I was very sad, man.
Thanks, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. The one thing that probably made people actually get Twitch Prime, and now nobody's gonna get it because now it actually does nothing.
Now all you really get out of it is a free sub.
Yeah. That and obviously Amazon Prime, but should
Or
you
the-
use Amazon a lot? Because Amazon is a very awesome place. I use it for everything.
Sell out.
I put that shit on everything. That's my Amazon.
We got another
Okay,
thing for the
so
soundboard.
I would
Hey,
like-
thanks for the bits there, Bliss. Go ahead.
Earlier today, I was facing a Lucian. He was running fleeted footwork.
Fleet footwork? Yeah, that's bad. In my opinion.
Yeah, but he got ahead because he had a freaking Janna. That's bad.
Well, Janna is also half OP in some circumstances because she did get buffed.
She's alright
So
right
two
now.
patches. Yeah. I only say half OP because right now the meta doesn't really allow her to get played too much, but in circumstances she does get played, it's like she's pretty broken.
Yeah.
But she still does Janna things.
Lissandra, isn't she supposed to run Aftershock still? Well, now.
Yeah, she is, but Business Trooper just doesn't like playing things meta.
Yeah, nor does he like doing things that make sense, whereas Electrocute is like... Eh. I don't know what the... I mean, I guess it works.
I mean, I can see the ideal to it. Basically, you go in with your claw, root, Q, and use your ult, and basically that's like their entire health bar.
I mean, the electrocute definitely helps, but the play pattern that you can do from Aftershock is just so much more valuable than a one-shot Lissandra, because Lissandra can't even one-shot as well as other one-shot mages, so like,
Yeah.
you might as well just play her to the other thing, which is more
And-
effective.
And that's assuming you can get that advantage,
Right.
especially early. Like, normally you don't start actually doing one-shot damage until you get your first item. And even then, like, you're still only, like, three-quartering people. Like, you're not even one-shotting them.
Yeah.
And League still has the issue.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, Spectator's still broken.
What about Spectator? What's wrong with it?
The controls? The
Wait,
UI
try
controls?
pressing W. I mean, not
Uh.
W, U.
Oh my god. It works.
Wait, what happened?
You're a god, maniac.
What happened? What happened? I don't...
I couldn't figure out how to get the time controls to go away, and apparently clicking U does it.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah,
But do you really want that to happen? Because now what happens when you fall behind and I'm sitting here and you're doing play-by-play and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Then I bring the time controls back?
We'll just sitting here like, wait.
I always hide the time controls anyways. It takes up too much space and it adds nothing visually for the viewers, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're streaming, yeah, obviously it makes sense.
Right.
But... feels bad they don't actually care about their spectator in the game, but they have like their own spectate client for when they do their thing. Like put all that stuff in the real spectate, and then just like make your spectate the best spectate ever, please. Like give us inhib timers, give us Baron timers and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, Rockport doing a pretty good job right now, playing aggressively, especially in the bot side where they keep getting these kind of small fight advantages against Faithful and King D. Faithful maybe going a little bit too ham there, but definitely they're doing their work right now. They've got a better early game comp, just a little bit, so they're gonna see if they can get full advantage out of that.
Yeah, Lucian and Braum in general are just gonna be stronger than Xayah or Xayah Tom.
Yeah.
Well, Tom can always save Xayah. They can also just go for Tom, and they're still gonna get a lot of damage off, and they don't really have much to really block it other than eating whoever's taking the damage.
Yeah. Well, in the top side, Zach has found his way top. Not going to be able to get anything done as Faithful now burning down the bot side. Might fall down to this Ignite, but the heal coming out from King D.
Barely keeping him alive.
Yeah.
Almost a nice counter gank top. Not in range though for the jump to land. And then almost a nice kill on Tom, but shield OP and heal at the very last second. So
Yeah. Overall, Rockport's playing pretty well so far.
yeah, really no summoners burned despite like what it seems like it's going on. Like the only two summoners that are burned right now, well I guess 3 is Zen and Faithful's Flash and then Braum's Ignite, so everybody really still has everything to use should they need to use it for any reason.
Right. And I want to start seeing Adrenaline kind of go towards this bottom lane a little bit more. I think it's going to be their primary win condition. And while it's important to make sure the 100T doesn't get too far ahead on this Urgot, I think making sure that your bottom lane doesn't fall too far behind is an even bigger deal. As Business Trooper actually level 6, going to find his way down here, able to get the first blood onto Hydreion with an excellent roam from him.
Yeah, kind of an odd spot to recall. I'm not quite sure why you chose to recall there. Even if you were like recalling safe and you didn't know like where their mid laner was, it's like normally you would still just recall on tower to be safer, but
Yeah, tower recall there would be
Unfortunate.
very good. It's going to open up a dragon potential. And didn't Hydreion have a ward in that bush?
no, he placed it the second he
Oh, right,
died.
as he died.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a shame.
Yeah, he placed it after he saw the claw come through, and then he got bursted down.
That's fair, but that's going to help out Battlecast quite a bit. Getting Business Trooper ahead will help out a lot. This is the man that was voted to be the best mid laner in the league, Business Trooper, trying to assert his dominance.
Yeah, and getting first blood gold too, on top of getting the first kill, is really nice for him.
Yep.
Big chunk of change.
All that, and he still even has a 10 CS lead too, so definitely finding these advantages that he needs to on the Lissandra. And we were talking about how you can't always guarantee, right, if you're running this electrocute list, that you'll be able to get the lead that you need to be able to get to one-shot people, but he's well on his way to getting there, and it's going to be up to Rockport to try and start shutting this down. I think if we get a couple ganks from Sean Bear, should give him a pretty good shot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was about to say as I realized I was liking was look at this amazing ward skin in the dragon pet.
Ah, the Draven one. Good old Draven.
Overrated.
We're not gonna get along, DHG.
Earth skin is best word skin. I
Another clip
love
for the
it, I love
soundboard.
it. I love just hearing that noise every time it goes off.
Definitely
Remember
nice.
last week when I'm trying to talk so they do stuff. Come on.
What happened?
Oh, what? There's a little meme. Whenever I talk, there's stuff happening.
Mm.
Shut up, Andy. This is not a thing. If it becomes a thing, I don't know what's gonna happen, but something will happen.
You're gonna be immortalized, DHA.
What?
I'm gonna make
More
it
like-
an Android app with just the DHA soundboard.
Oh, you know what's cool too?
Ooh,
is I'm
looks like
getting
we're
my
gonna
new
see a pretty aggressive play here. The ult coming out from Lissandra and the engage from Adrenaline. They're getting another kill on the board for themselves.
Yeah, and there was nothing he could do about that. Once the Lissandra ult went off, he was just kind of perma-stunned in place and couldn't get out of it. Didn't take cleanse, ended up going barrier. So he doesn't really have anything to get out of that. Or can he not cleanse the Lissandra ult? Does that count as a suppress?
No, it's a stun.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, his best bet would have been to try and just burn his full combo the second he saw the claw coming out, right? Because it's like, okay, well, Lissandra's either going to do nothing or she's going to kill me. I should probably just try and kill her at this point. I don't know if he had his rotation of spells up, though, to even get that done. But
I believe he did just E the wave, so he didn't have that up, but I'm pretty sure he still had the snare.
Okay.
So, but either way, it still wouldn't have been enough to really do much. I mean, he might have been able to snare the Lissandra back if he got the snare off before she got her claw, but that's probably the best he would have been able to do.
Or even maybe try using the barrier a little bit proactively, right? Get that damage reduction off so that you don't go down quite as low, but a little bit of a bot lane attempt here. Just going to clear out some wards. So now they set up for the rest of the map.
I think once they realized that RPT backed off, there wasn't really much they were going to be able to do there. Zach's been around, but it's just kind of hard for him to gank really anywhere right now. The lane kind of just coming off a spawn. Bot lane being hard shoved in on the side of Rockport. So, I mean, they're not really going to be able to gank unless they kind of dive. Top, I guess he could gank, but Ornn, just being Ornn in general, he's always been kind of a hard lane to gank.
Yeah.
Just because he's so tanky and he takes so long to kill.
I think the big thing there is that they haven't had they've had too much lane control, right? Their lanes have always been shoved up. You know, Lux has had mid control for most of the time. Lucian, Braum have been shoved into the tower the whole time, right? Urgot's gonna naturally shove against an Ornn, so it's hard for Zach to get this. And it's not like it's impossible with the comp, but he just needs his laners to stop playing so freaking aggressive. That way he can find his way in.
Yeah. And honestly, I think their best bet is going to be ganking bot, since that does generally have the most damage to really get a gank off. I mean, I guess Lux does have some damage.
Yeah,
Ooh,
they're going to
so
flash forward,
flash.
trying to get onto Heat Viper. The ult has been used near the Let's Bounce to bring him underneath the
Nice!
tower. That might be enough to bring down Adrenaline as the tower shot does find him. Now Business Trooper on the run. Urgot's coming around, going to see if he can land the Fear Beyond Death from the maxed range. He pulls her in, gets the shutdown gold, and Rockport have started to find themselves on this board.
Yeah, and there we go. Finally, a nice counter gank by Zach coming in. Well, not really counter gank, but at least being able to get on both Lissandra and Zen, bringing them back into the tower with the ult, and pretty much at a spot where they just could not get on. They both burned flash for Lux, so they had to walk out, and then just getting pretty much taken down by all the tower damage they took afterwards. So at least they were able to pick up another couple kills for the one on the side of Heat. And Heat Viper actually still got a lot of assist gold there too, so he's finally somewhat caught up. He was able to get his first item too. So hopefully he's able to start doing something here.
Yep. Yeah, and I'd argue that Luden's a little bit of a stronger first item spike than a Protobout. Protobout is pretty strong, but Luden's does offer quite a bit more, I think.
Yeah, but to be fair, it also is based on the champions. Lissandra is an engaged type of champion, whereas Lux is a burst.
Yeah, and Adrenaline just destroying Heat Viper in the jungle right now. Only sitting on a warrior, but able to just run her down, phase rush. Such a strong rune choice for Xin Zhao.
It also doesn't help too that from the earlier engagement he had to burn flash, so he didn't have a flash to get out of that. So the minute he saw Adrenaline walk in his face, you can't really get out from a Xin unless you snare him. So
Yep.
just able to E on his face, knock him up, and then kill him.
You did get snared, but it didn't really do much in the long run.
Yeah, because their snare just doesn't last long enough. At least to get away from a Xin.
Yeah. It is the struggle. Business Trooper is just repeating mid. Might get killed here, but the Let's Bounce not going to connect. He tries it just a little bit too long.
Yeah, and then unfortunately killing all the minions when he jumped in too, so when he landed the Q, he didn't have anything to pull her back to, so she was able to just kind of get out, walk out.
You mean when he landed the E?
Yeah. That is the only bad thing about Zac. You max E to get the most range out of his jump, but it also, on top of that, does increase the damage a slight amount, but it is enough to kill at least the back line of minions. So when you jump in, if you're expecting to last hit something, you're not going to really have anything to pull them into unless there's a ward or something else closer.
Yeah.
And now we're back to the farm.
Yep, back to neutral, as they say. Bot lane's equalized, mid lane still a little bit into Business Trooper's favor. He's about 1,200 gold ahead right now. But beyond that, it is just a kind of a slow-paced game. Battlecast trying to get stuff done. Starting to find their groove a little bit, but need to start breaking towers soon.
Yeah, it would be nice to at least see maybe Sean try to get some ganks off bot. I know it is kind of hard with the Tom Kenshire, but like we were saying before, it's like I think bot lane's just going to be like probably their best lane to gank out of all 3 lanes. So it'd be nice to get some advantage there and then try to burst down the tower with the Lucian autos.
Yeah, if they can bait out the Devourer, that'd be an opportune time to gank. Like, get the Devourer from a Braum stun, and then he comes in so they don't have a Devourer to escape.
Lucian had a BF sword?
That's what they're saying. I didn't see it. But
Yeah, I didn't see it. He could have bought it by accident and then undid it.
yeah,
Maybe
102
that's what
Noobs in
they
a
saw.
little bit of trouble. Call for is going to be landing. That's already a flash used from 102 Noob. He's trying to run away, but the Audacious Charge is going to be enough to get Adrenaline. Find a kill for Na Yoon Jin.
Yeah, unfortunately, flashing in a straight line and already predicting, I guess not really predicting the flash, but aiming in that direction, Ornn was able to get the ult off on him, so not really able to escape. But I suppose even if he flashed to the side, he still had Zen in his face, so...
Yeah, and at that point,
maybe
Brittle
a
was
lost
already applied.
Yeah, maybe a lost situation. Probably should have just taken the death, but they are going to get Rift Herald. It'll be interesting to see if they use it right away top, or if they just hold on to it and maybe use it mid. But we'll have to see where they go with that.
They've got options. Mid lane tower is getting pretty low right now, sitting under half. So they could one-shot it with that Herald, but they might want to see if they can get it regardless and then use it elsewhere.
I guess he had a BF sword in lane phase, and then when he had enough for Blade of the Ruin King, went back and sold it.
Did you just check?
No, that's what they're saying. I guess I can check.
Yeah,
real
you could
quick.
go back real fast. I'll let you know if anything happens. King D might actually be in a little bit of trouble, but using his ultimate already, feathers get blocked as Faithful now coming in behind with Adrenaline. There's a lot of fighting that's about to start popping off Hydroon with the flash out, but Adrenaline still pretty healthy as Faithful's going to flash in, gets the Devour off, and they're going to start doing a lot of damage. First kill down. There's the second kill as well, and a TP coming through, but it's canceled.
Okay, so he did have BF sword and actually did sell it to complete the Blade of the Ruin King. So yikes, that kind of hurts.
That is very unfortunate, because that basically means this entire gold lead that he had or has, which is only 100 gold, he's basically 300 or 400 gold down technically now.
Yeah. Because that's a lot of gold to spend for a Blade of the Ruin King after already having the BF sword, because you only get, what is that, 1,100 or something back on return off of the sale. So, I mean, you're wasting 200 gold that you could have just kept.
Yeah, and I don't think it really added anything for him either in terms of lane pressure. We saw that they basically lost lane pressure as soon as like level 4 or 5 was hit anyways. So it's not like it really helped in this. That's definitely unfortunate. Tower has been taken in bot lane and mid lane now for Battlecast, sitting on almost a 4,000 gold lead.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Rockport does now to try to at least get something going here. So, I mean, mid and bot are both low, so they could look for those two. But that's going to definitely have to be one of their next 2 choices, unless they get something off top. Looks like Battlecast, though, are sending their bot lane top. and then they're probably gonna just look to start going for the top tower now. Being that that's the last tower standing, at least out of the starting 3.
Yeah, and shortly after they used the Rift bot, like from the gank, and the Business Trooper got the mid lane, which I kind of find surprising. I thought that Lissandra would be doing worse in the lane than Lux, because Lux just has insane wave clear.
In post level 5, Lissandra actually has pretty good wave control too, because that's around when she like stops feeling her mana issues, when her passive and if she's going mana flow ban starts coming in really strong for her as well. So at that point, it really doesn't matter how much wave clear Lux has, because Lissandra's gonna be able to match it and should be able to roam a little bit better as well once she shoves out that lane.
And she does have that corruption potion too, so if she did want to, she could just start burning those through and not really have to worry about recalling for any reason. And then on top of that, she also has the proto belt, so if she's not planning on using that for an engagement, she can also wave clear with that, so she doesn't even have to use her abilities.
Yeah, they're going to be finding their way onto Juice. He's getting pretty low. No flash for him, but I think he's going to be falling down. So roam from Business Trooper going to be setting up more for his team. Lost a little bit of mid control for it, but probably worth it if they're able to push down this top tower.
Yeah, especially since they do have 3 up here, but it looks like he's going to be going back mid, so I'm not sure if that was just the decision to get the pick and then they didn't realize where Rockport was, but I guess they're just going to send Business Trooper back mid, but now they're getting ganked on top.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get the stretching strikes onto 2, and the Tomcats with the Devour just going to bring King D in with him as he's going to be falling down, and a little bit of a mistake from Business Trooper to not stay up there. You saw that there was no longer a mid laner in the mid lane, and you just left your team to die up there. They're going to get a Constellation Dragon out of it, but that is probably not worth.
Yeah, and even on top of that, it was really unfortunate too. I understand you always want to try to save your AD carry, but when you're getting Zac ulted and then you pull your AD carry back into the Zac ult, even though he didn't get pulled too, it did kind of stun him in place after that. So like,
yeah, I think he spit himself out in the middle of the jump.
Yeah, so but it's still basically ensured his death afterwards. Very unfortunate.
As my room is getting flooded with dogs.
What about dogs?
I have a lot of dogs in my house. Now they're all just coming up here in my room.
GT Noob might be in a little bit of trouble. He is going to get hit by the Forge God. Zach's coming in for the counter gank. See if he can get anything off with this stretching strike. Going to bringing them in, but 100T Noob going to be falling down. Almost no damage taken yet by Battlecast. They want to keep chasing on to Zach. He might be able to get out with his elastic slingshot, but no, the knockup comes through. He's going to go into the cell division. This might be a first kill on to the Rockport jungler as Battlecast finding more across the map. This duo lane, or duo from Adrenaline and Nayung, have been getting a lot of work done.
Yeah, at this point, I just think while Schonberg is not really behind, the rest of his lanes are just too far behind for him to really do anything. Urgot really doesn't have much damage to burn through the Ornn. And also on top of that, Lux, while she does have her first item and isn't too far behind.
Yeah, but we're going to go all in onto the Lux. He's already low, forced to flash away, but the slow coming in from Adrenaline might be enough to pick up the kill. And the phase rush, going to be bringing him out, but the Fear Beyond Death brings him back in. As Hanji Noob finds himself a second kill of the game. Now looking to try and chase forward on Na Yun Jing. The Desane's going to push him back. Might have enough damage to keep chasing this forward, but he doesn't have any more slows beyond his Q. Now Business Trooper is here. Should be enough to save the Ornn. But again, Rockport finding small advantages to flash in. The Disdain on to Business Trooper. He's going to be going down. A really nice play from 100T Noob to try and capitalize on the over-aggression from Battlecast.
Yeah, and you did have to burn a lot to really get there, but I mean, it is at least the Urgot, that champion, getting kills. So hopefully he's able to start getting the armor pen that he needs to start shutting through the Ornn, because she's definitely going to be the one that's needed to start killing him. As Zach is attempting to kill the Tom, but
yeah,
Tom being Tom.
He's just trying to stall them out, doing a pretty good job of it. Actually might be able to find a kill, but the flash out from Faithful after the Devour might be enough to get them out of here, barely saving King D's life.
Yeah, it was really close. If he didn't get that Devour off, he was definitely a dead man, but unfortunate for Heap Viper getting the Devourer off and dodging the ult, as now Ornn is getting caught yet again. They are just punishing him for overstepping without any towers.
Forgot being the one caught up.
Yeah. It's,
Did I say Orin?
you said Orange. It's fine. I mean, people misspeak.
Oops.
No need
I know, I'm
to
just messing with you.
harp on it. But yeah, I mean, definitely they keep finding these advantages. Mostly picking off a little bit of over-aggression from 100T.
I wouldn't really say over aggression. I'd say more just overstepping. So, because he's pushing up with like no wards. Like you look at the map, the only ward he has is in the pink or in the bot try,
Right.
and that's not gonna spot anybody that comes down for him. So it's like he's just pushing up to his death pretty much.
Yeah, he's being over-aggressive on the tower.
Oh yeah, I guess in that sense. But
Yeah. Either way. Yeah, a little bit of a
shut up, fam.
mistake here from Shambear trying to find his own Raptor camp. Going to be taking a lot of damage as Na Yunjin finds his third kill. Also a little bit of a shame that Xin Zhao went for the early Trinity Fusion. It's not very good to rush those Ornn items, but he's went for it anyways, and now they're starting on to the Baron since Rockport don't have any vision in the area.
It may not be good, but I mean, with the lead that he has, he is ridiculously further ahead than Sean is. So, I mean, might as well kind of push your advantage with it.
Well, it's not even that effective of pushing advantage, but a fight is coming out. Call the Forzod not going to be able to send back as he was stunned up, but they find a kill onto Juice. And with 5 Barons, should be able to reset and start pushing down these side lanes. Yeah, it's not that it's like bad, right? It is 100% gold efficient.
Yeah.
Right, but he could have he could have gotten something else that would be more than 100% gold efficient with that gold, right?
Maybe Sterak's or
Right,
Guardian's Angel.
right, like a Jarm's Fist, very gold efficient item. But we are going to see 100T Noob getting taken really low again as a TP going to be used by Orange so that they can try and push this wave. Low health bars, but they might have enough to take it anyways and maybe hopefully reset.
Yeah, looks like they are going to reset. I guess Lissandra and Tom are too low to really keep pushing despite picking off the Urgot, so I guess they're just going to reset, possibly look for the next Dragon, or even go mid.
Looking at Lissandra, she is pretty low, I mean.
Yeah, she was low. She was, I want to say she was like 1/4 HP, but...
I think she was at full HP when you said that.
No, she was top. Or was that Zaya that was up there? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
You need some coffee, man.
Yeah, today has been really weird. First it was a nice day outside, then it was super windy, and then it was super windy for like 5 minutes of snow, and then the snow like didn't even stay, and now it's like not windy anymore and it's calm again. And then today itself has just been awkward. I don't know.
I'm just messing with you, you know that, man.
Yeah. Everybody does. This whole org is like garbage org. They're all mean to me. Ham, report these people. They're toxic. Oh,
yeah, ooh, really nice flash from Adrenaline to get out of that. Let's Bounce now find his way onto Heat Viper, but the Stretching Strikes might be enough to save, and the ult from Lissandra under herself, but he's still going to fall down as this is currently a pretty bad fight for Battlecast. They're not going to be able to find a knock-up anyways with the Ornn. He's trying to run for his life. Faithful Fox might be enough to get him with the Devourer as they're starting to run for the life. Zaya's just going for the inhib, literally doesn't care about this fight, and Rockport have to decide if they want to go for these kills or get that inhib. Nice knock-up, going to be stalling out this fight just long enough, and they just are not falling down, but the fear beyond death, going to get the fear onto the Ornn. And Zaya did get the inhib, but they lost 4, and he has to run through their base to try and escape here. I don't see a way for him to get out besides this potential recall, but he does get stopped now trying to flash over the wall, but there's going to be more CC to come as Zach over with the Elastic Slingshot and the Stretching Strike. Here comes the ultimate. Might be enough to get the Cell Division, see if he can get the 1v3 off, but he can't, and an ace for Rockport, only losing their inhib.
I actually would have been really excited if he got the recall off. If he was going to do that, though, you should have started it sooner. I mean, he saw them fighting still even after he got the inhib, but there shouldn't have been any minions that were on him, as the wave was already halfway in the lane. But for some reason, he was like deciding whether or not he should run or if he should just recall. But either way, I think he was dead. Unfortunate he burned the flash, but now that he has the Zaya ult and coming up off cooldown, since it's pretty short cooldown, I don't think his flash being down really matters too much with the team that they have.
Yeah. Viper, though, in a lot of trouble again as Adrenaline chasing forward. The slow field not going to be enough. He does get the flash over. Might be able to get away, but a little bit of a misplay as now they're getting caught by the Zac. The ult on to Lissandra. Going to be enough to save himself. And no, Heat Viper walked into the field and just killed himself. As now the rest of the fight is exploding. Domination from Hydro, and might be able to pick himself up a kill onto Business Trooper as well. A double kill for him. Now Na Jin trying to run away. Should be able to escape. And King D just now getting up, but Battlecast being way too aggressive right now. Always stepping up as 2-man into a 4-man jungle.
Yeah, and while they are ahead, it's like they're almost playing like they're just kind of forgetting that it is still Rockport. Like, they do still have the collapse advantage when it's just you two by yourself. So, I mean, while you are killing Steve on Lux, it's like the rest of RPT collapse while that you're still trying to get out. So, and he is surviving at least long enough to bring them even further into their jungle too. So, I mean, that time he saw him flash over the wall and still survived for a good amount of time before they finally killed him with the Ornn ult.
It wasn't even the Ornn ult. It was the Lissandra ult field on the ground. It's a persisting damage effect. So if you did get hit by the initial, when you walk into it later, you will take that damage, and that's what ended up killing him.
I thought he just got hit by the Ornn ult.
No, he still had like 400 health. The first hit of Ornn ult wouldn't do that to him. And Lissandra got the kill, so.
You don't trust in the Ornn damage?
No, I know the Ornn damage.
Not horny enough.
Ornn does damage.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of misplays coming out from Battlecast right now. Good job from Rockport, though, to just commit to these fights, recognizing that Battlecast are not grouping properly, and starting to slowly come back into the game. Only 5k down, but they do need to still be careful because there is a Baron coming up soon. Elder is a very strong choice for Battlecast, sitting on 4 dragons, and another one should spawn before that even.
By the way, guys, I just want to say this. I think King D can count very well.
Hmm? Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah, and Tom can't. Tom can't count. You forgot a number.
That is correct. Yep, but they are going to be trying to find an engage. Chamber finds his way on to the back line with the flash in. The Let's Bounce should be bringing 2 in now. A nice knock-up as well from Juice. This is a lot of damage coming down. The Luck's going to find a kill as well. They're not able to get anything done. Battlecast on full retreat. Not able to get a single kill right now, as they did not have Business Trooper with them.
Yeah, and again, they're getting caught just walking in 1v2, and then the Zac jumps in. So then he's able to bring them back with the ult. I need to start grouping or figure out what's going on, because they can't keep getting caught like this. Well, Rockport does still eventually fall off. I mean, you keep giving them picks, and their champions will start to do damage.
Yep, and it might open up a Baron play as well.
Yeah, I mean, Lucian finally getting on 3 items. He somehow already caught up to Xayah despite being behind and technically throwing his advantage.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's already at the same level Xayah is, and actually kind of stronger because he's got the Blade of the Rune King again, so...
Well, I mean, he is 1,000 gold up, so definitely at a pretty good point. They are basically at the same item break point, though, both at kind of 3.5. So it's really hard to say. I'd say they're probably about equal in strength. Once Xayah hits this next item is when I would expect her to start overthrowing, but Rockport now trying to play the vision game around a Baron. As Zac looking for an engage onto the Tom Kench. Might be able to find it as Ornn starting to channel his teleport. Now Tom Kench needs to use his thick skin. He's going to be able to get that. Schomburg's getting really low, but a nice ult from Heat Viper. They still manage to find the kill. As Adrenaline's going to be backing out of here. Can't take any damage because of his ult. The knock-up from the Forge God. Going to be cleaning this up for Battlecast as they chase forward. Want to find another kill into Heat Viper, and that is 4 dead for Rockport. Everyone is alive for Battlecast. They're going to be going for their second Baron of the game.
Yeah, and Sean going in again, but then, like, the rest of RPT, like, almost, like, I don't know if they got stopped or were they kind of hesitated there for a second. He took so much damage before Rockport went in, and then they just got kind of scattered, and Sean got killed, and then Hydro really wasn't able to kill anybody there, so they were just able to turn it around with Adrenaline barely getting out of the flash.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things there was that Na Jin had teleport and 100T didn't. 100T was closer, but I mean, when you have a teleport, you're not really that much closer, so he wasn't able to join that fight, so it was a 4v5 from the side of Rockport. And it was finally when Battlecast were grouped 2 that Rockport decided to not be as 5.
Did you ever put the bet in? I don't remember if you did or not. I never saw it.
Yeah, they bet.
Oh, they did? Oh,
Yep.
I wasn't sure. I guess I never saw it on that side. Oops. 33 now. Oh, yeah. Feels bad. I'm sad.
Yeah, and Rockport definitely still have some chances. They just need to keep staying as 5, right? I think they can't take these fights without 5, and even then, it's going to be a little bit rough because Urgot went for a really, really aggressive build with that Frozen Mallet, rather than going for something like the Stone Plate, which is one of the better items for Urgot right now.
Yeah, or even like a Warmogs just to make himself tankier.
Yeah, the nice thing about Stone Plate is it's very cheap, very effective, right? You double your health pool, and it doesn't actually reduce the damage of your ult, right? Your ult does true damage. It does 10,000 true damage when it kills someone, right? So you can Stone Plate, and you're going to be able to kill somebody regardless, and then just run in. Now, a little bit of an issue as Na Yoon-jin is stepping forward by himself, but pretty tanky with that Warmogs. He's still tanking up a lot of damage, trying to run away. Call the Force God being used now as the Devour from the Compounds to save his life.
Yeah, that Frozen Heart really starting to come in handy for him. I mean, he's got Frozen Heart, Warmogs. They're just not able to put out enough damage fast enough to really kill him, and now he's just gonna regen and walk away. So it's gonna be really hard to kill through him.
Yeah.
At least until Hydreion gets maybe an Infinity Edge. Maybe once he gets that, he can start doing damage, but we will have to see.
Yeah, I will definitely help him out a good amount, but still kind of at the point where he's just a Lucian, and there's not a whole lot of other damage to really break through these tanks, especially in a 5v5 scenario where you have to worry about this Lissandra, this Xin Zhao, right?
Yeah, their best bet is going to be either trying to kill Adrenaline and Business Trooper, and then, like, turning around for the tanks in Zaya. Or, like, just peeling off and, like, maybe cutting. Like, that'd probably be, like, the next best thing, too, if they can.
Yep, Shambu's looking for an engage. Not going to do it, though, as there is Bear Minions running through the middle, so they're going to have to forfeit this tower. Probably inhib as well. They might look for one last fight, though, as now an engage coming in from the Zac. He's going to get immediately rooted up as Business Trooper going to be saving himself with his ult. Call the Force God. Going to be a big one on the backside. Zac said his passive, but there's the first kill. Hydreion, he is getting himself pretty big, but Adrenaline's in the backside doing so much work, but he get caught by the stun. He's going to go down as Zaya finds her first kill of the fight, trying to front line now. Taking a pretty big hit from the laser. The Fear Beyond Death not going to land, but the Blade Caller will. King D gets another kill, and now Na Yoon-jin into the backside doing a lot of disruption. He's not even trying to get the kill, just keeping them off of his carries as they got 2 towers. They're going for the Nexus. Battlecast want to start this set off strong. They're trying. Hydreion's in the back. Is he able to get the kill? He does find it, but it doesn't matter. The Nexus falls, and Battlecast takes game 1.
Yeah, at least they were still able to find the win. It is nice that they were able to catch out. I guess they didn't catch out anybody. They just kind of slowly won the fight. As Rockbert tried to run. But
Yeah.